Here I was, somebody who wanted to kill themselves because I was not creating nearly enough in people's bodies and their lives in my practice. I wasn't able to create a successful relationship. I wasn't able to feel good about myself, and I wasn't able to create enough money to fucking survive. If that's what I thought about me, and in getting to what was actually true for me, what is it that is true about you that nobody else has ever seen? See, one of the things that happened is, after I had this bar session with Shannon, and I started desiring to live, I went and I did my first Access Foundation class. Right after that class, the founder of Access, Gary Douglas, asked for a session in my chiropractic office. He wanted a chiropractic session. I didn't know that he was dying and in pain at the time. Had no idea. He just said he wanted a session. Well, I ended up going to work on him, and he says, you need to go to the third level of network chiropractic, which is what I was doing. And I'm like, I have no idea how to do that. And he said, look, ask my body what it wants. Follow the energy, you will know what to do. So here I am. I know this guy has invented Access, which was not the Access you know today, by the way. It was the beginnings of that, though. And I had taken the class, and I was just in awe, because in that foundation manual was everything I knew should exist that somebody had put into words. And here I was, and this guy is saying to me, you will know what to do. It was the first time, and I had been to lots of seminars, lots of workshops. I did lots of chiropractic techniques. It was the first time anybody said to me, I would know what to do. And he basically said, follow your knowing. And I was terrified and excited all at the same time. I was terrified, okay? I was like, but there was this energy that made itself available that was unlike anything I had experienced before. It was similar to when I had gotten my bars run, but it was different. And it was like, and it was here, but it was also in the room. And I go to start working on him, and I'm several feet away from him, and he is flopping on the table like a fish. And I was like, have you always been able to do this? You know, like thinking it's my hand. I had no idea. But it was so beautiful. And it was the first session of what I now call ESB, which is energetic synthesis of being. And it created a different space of being that I could perceive, but I could also work with somebody and perceive where they had eliminated their being and help them get it again without talking. And I had the sense of being in the presence of miracles. And he gets up after me working on him for 45 minutes, and he was like, that was phenomenal. And I was like, oh, he doesn't know what network chiropractic is supposed to be. That was where I was at the time. That was my sense of self. I had none. I had so little that I could not receive when this man was gifting me the awareness that something different was possible. So part of the reason I'm bringing that up is because, especially in a class like this, or ESB, or Being You Changing the World, I'm able to turn that energy up. And it works in a room this big, but also around the world. The reason I'm saying that is because I had no idea I had this capacity, and I don't even think about it. I just be it. And my question to you, my beautiful friends, if you can look at that for just a moment. Here I was, somebody who wanted to kill themselves because I was not creating nearly enough in people's bodies and their lives in my practice. I wasn't able to create a successful relationship. I wasn't able to feel good about myself, and I wasn't able to create enough money to fucking survive. If that's what I thought about me, and in getting to what was actually true for me, which is like, I'm a big, happy fucking 6-year-old that just throws miracle bolts wherever I can because it's fun. What is it that is true about you that nobody else has ever seen? That you haven't even considered looking for? That it's now time to ask for? Would you consider being miraculous for a moment? Please? Please? The world needs you now more than ever, my beautiful friends. The world needs you in the miraculousness you are. But guess what? The miraculousness is not what you think it is. The miraculousness of you is what occurs with the most ease and the most joy. The miraculousness of you is that miracle you are right now that has no point of view about anything. The miraculousness of you is the one that's willing to receive everything and go, oh, well, let's see how it turns out. The miraculousness of you is not the you that is like, okay, I'm going to do an incantation at 12 noon in the light of the full moon on a Thursday in the 3rd month of the 27th house of the 14th moon of the... That's not miraculousness. That's boring as fuck. The miraculousness of you is right here, right now, sitting in your fucking chair listening to me. What if you're miraculous right now? And I know that can sound too simple. How do I know? Do you think I thought I was miraculous 20 years ago? No, the exact opposite. What did I find? All kinds of stuff that I didn't even believe could occur, couldn't be true for me, that I could see in other people. If you see miraculousness in others, how many of you see miraculousness in others? Please, just one more time, raise your hand. Oh my God, almost everybody. Guess what? If you see miraculousness in others, it's because there is miraculousness in you. And thank you, online people. I'm grateful for you participating. I'm sorry to make you work so hard, but thank you. If you see miraculousness in others, it's because it's also in you. And one of the things that you want to recognize is if you admire someone, when you admire someone, the way it works in this reality is we admire somebody as a way of separating from what we admire. The way it should work is if you admire something in someone, guess why? You admire it in them because it's in you also.